February is here. It is still extremely cold and snowy here in Wisconsin, but that is what I signed up for. So hopefully it is wonderful where you are and exactly what you're looking for. We begin February with 5 minutes with Sean, maybe 10, Mental Health Monday, because it's important, man. It's important. And so full disclosure, this show is not political. It is not religious. It is not any of these things. However, today may sound more like it ever has than before, because I'm as a human, I'm getting frustrated watching things in my communities, online, when I travel. There's just a general level of disregard for human beings. And I would like all of us to just take 1 second to realize that at the end of the day, regardless of color of skin, gender, political leaning, religious leaning, we are all just people with a finite amount of time on this gigantic spinning rock to live our lives. And so one of the things that I think is easiest to start with is respect of other people. And I realize that in our communities and in our country right now, there is a lot of disrespect for various reasons. There is a lot of chaos for various reasons. There's a lot of unrest in our country for various reasons. And if people could just take a beat and realize that we're just humans and that we're the same. Oxygen, heart pumping, living, breathing, fucking humans. I am a self-proclaimed capitalist hippie. Part of being a capitalist hippie is leading with love. It's something that I learned from my Reiki master almost well over a year ago at this point. And it's something that I've been living my life with as frequently as I can. I'm not perfect. Perfection is bullshit. But I'm out here putting in the effort. I'm out here putting in the time. And when you lead with love, you end up seeing things slightly different. And for me personally, I'm seeing things without the edge that I used to see them. Edge of frustration, edge of anger, edge of judgment. Judgment's a big one for me. I don't love judgment, but it's part of who I am, and I fight it. Trust me, I'm sure all of us do. When something or someone doesn't agree with what I believe, in the past, I've had a rush to judgment about that. And over the last year, I've worked really, really hard on trying to accept what I don't understand and learn from it. Now, is it hard to talk with people who might be overzealous or ignorant to a fact? Yes, it is. But I still make those decisions. So if it's up to me, if I do decide those things, as I do, then I should be able to approach them in a way that is fair to myself and fair to other people. And again, what I'm watching going on in my neighboring states here in the Midwest, Illinois and Minnesota, with immigration, it's hard, man. It's hard. Immigrants built this fucking country. Most of us are immigrants at our core. And all I keep coming back to, again, politically, You may as well call me a fucking atheist or asexual. Whatever it is that you want to say of someone who just doesn't land either way, because I want what's best for people, humans. And when I watch this stuff happen and I see cities and I see protests and I see violence, it's frustrating because it feels so avoidable. So avoidable. And so I have a bad fucking habit of oversimplifying things. And I realize that this isn't a simple matter. But it feels simpler than where it is now. Because then, if we just remember that people are people and we treat them with respect, regardless of what we're trying to do to them, for them, or with them. And I get it. Not everyone can lead with love. So how about we try this then? How about we lead with respect of others? That would be a wonderful place to jump off from, as far as I'm concerned. And I know that everything has its reason. And I know that I likely do not agree with reasoning of all things. But what I try to do, and my wife is the absolute fucking best at this, is I try to see both sides. More now in the last year than I have in the first 43 leading up to it. It's not easy. Not easy to try and see someone's side. But if I don't try, I think it's going to be tough to coexist. And that's all I'm trying to do here, folks. I'm trying to coexist. I don't like my neighbors. It's like I'm on record. Everyone knows that about me. I don't like my neighbors. I'm not disrespectful to them. I'm just not the neighbor guy who is going to sit and have a beer with you. That's not me. But I'm respectful. I come back to respect. And so as you go through your week, as you go through the month of February, because, we got the Valentine's Day in here, 2 weeks away. Think about how different things could be if we just led with human respect. I know it sounds easy. Shit, I think it is easy. But it takes a lot of work. You got to be committed. And the one thing that no one can ever teach you or train you is to give a shit. You have to give a shit about your fellow people. Regardless of skin color, regardless of religion, regardless of political leaning. People. Human people taking the same breaths of the same oxygen, trying to exist on this crazy fucking planet. That's it, my friends. Go forth. Have yourselves a wonderful week. And let's get together next week and do it all over again. I love the support. I thank you all for it. Have a great week.